I'm blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for constantly sending out support towards me, and the prayers and well wishes. They are truly appreciated, and I hope through these times of uh, you know, like a standstill. I hope that everything is being guided towards you for your upliftment, and different ways that's needed in your life to get you where you truly are needing to be. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about through the positive feedback of content of my video, or you're just telling me about your empathic gifts and how it impacts your life and carrying you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are very informative, uh, and gives you good vibes or a good uplift that you are truly needing, that you would love to share with the loved one, family, or friends, or even fellow empaths that are, going through trying times at the moment and needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again. For the positive feedback that you've been constantly giving me, and just being able to support the videos as well as myself is truly appreciating, and thank you so much. And I hope you're able to resonate through the content of my video. And it's like it's tripping me out, like certain songs I can use, it's very loud so I have to constantly keep turning it down, or it's like very low and you can't hear it. I want you to be able to still hear the message but being able to feel the positive vibes that are taking place as well. The music that I'm listening to is called Reiki Healing at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video that I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. Um, Grounding, balancing, shielding during times of quarantine and social distance. There are so many people that have been dropping comments about that, like, Roslynn, can you answer the question about that? And I know there's a lot of y'all that still have to go to work and everything like that, and it's already stressful. That you have to be out there, and you're just hearing so many things from, there's there may be a few people that are coming down with these things and dying of it or whatever. I've been seeing as many, videos and stuff that has been sent to me. Like, there are certain medicines I think you can't use ibuprofen or Advil or anything like that if you're going through any pain. Those are the things that are actually speeding up the process of the coronavirus and stuff like that. But I know at times, even dealing with that, you're already dealing with your own personal issues, or even, it may send a panic towards your vibes of, oh my God, I want to die. I don't want to, catch whatever this stuff is and all that. So you have to allow yourself, if you have to be amongst people during the workplace, I always try to tell people, make sure you carry different crystals and stuff. Make sure you're also recharging them throughout the day. If there's some people that do it throughout the night, that when they're, especially when it's a full moon. That's good to do as well. If you're a night person, you work at night, allow yourself to put your crystals and stones and stuff like that in a windowsill. Allow yourself, I always put like sage or bay leaves and burn that, and allow it to go over my crystals and my stones and stuff like that, and allow it to sit in the windowsill so it can get purification as well as strengthen them as well. If you have any amulets where you can either wear bracelets. Some women, I laugh because there's some, they're like, Roslyn, I'll pop that stone in my bra real quick, and just rub on it if I need it. If you're working in the area where you work at a desk, allow yourself to have something like in your drawer. If you have somebody, you don't have to worry about somebody stealing your stones off your desk or anything like that. Allow yourself to place them on your desk, and allow yourself also to pray over yourself throughout the day. There's a lot of times you might have to go to the store and stuff like that. Like I said, I really don't feel like us as empaths, we are really catching that. I haven't heard anybody that is connected with me, especially through here has been sick. I really don't feel like it's going to be us, but that is just my opinion. I don't want nobody to say they go out there next, God forbid they end up getting sick and something happened like Rosalind, what you said. But I'm just saying from my point of view, I feel like if it was meant to happen for you, it's already going to happen. And going to take no, you can be washing your hands 20 every 25 seconds. You can have a mask on your face, glove, and if it's meant for you to have it, it's going to happen. So I really feel like the gloves and the mask and stuff is not going to stop that from coming if it's meant for you to have it. So you have to allow yourself to seek balance, throughout the day. If you have the jobs where you can allow yourself to listen to music, or even if you have one of those offices and people don't mind listening to it, like, hey, if you got to work in, you have to, like, not like if you're on the phones, you got to be on the phones, or if you can't, you know, put it on the computer and say, hey, would y'all mind if I listen to meditational music? Maybe this will, soothe you as well as it's trying to soothe me. Or even ask the boss, hey, with all these different things going around, and there are so many people that love to meditate. You put they even have the meditations that that boost up your immune system as well. Allow yourself to make sure you're taking your right vitamins, drinking all the right nutrients of your juices and stuff like that. You can have that can help you balance yourself out as well. Go out in nature a little bit, because it is just like you need to be able to get out the house, take that fresh breath there. I know that everybody's like, hey, stay at home. If you have to be out, you have to go to the store and stuff like that, put your personal shield up. Because I know a lot of people are telling me, Rosalind, it's so hard for me to balance out, things that I've been guiding for is not really working for me. But you have to also understand too, if you have your mind on something that's very negative, free lower frequency based, that's not going to help you at all. And I know at times it's really hard for you to be able to shift your thoughts on something positive when you're dealing with so many overwhelming things. And you have to allow yourself to know that change is taking place. This is the reason why I see everything is happening. A lot of people are fearing what is going on right now. I mean, you have every reason to, but when you're at that level where you can allow yourself to see their sign and synchronicities through everything that's taking place in your life or in your surroundings. This is something that had to happen, because even though there's so many bad things that's going around, it has a balance as well for all the good that's going around. You see people that are from different countries that they're pulling their record, their turntables out and bringing these big speakers out on their balconies, and so many people are dancing and having a good time, and uh and just enjoying themselves. People are being nice to others. It's starting to, different things are not being highly polluted like it was before. A lot of people are getting along and being more caring towards another. These things has been taking place. It's like I said before, this has been, and this is the only third month. You paid attention to things that just started off towards the end of the year last year. It was already set in place, as far as I can remember. I know there's probably other things that happened, like I said before, Cali had all those different, crazy fires and stuff. And I felt so bad for people. Some people like, oh, Calabasas and this and that. It is always scary, no matter if you're rich or poor. There's a lot of things that people have lost. They don't lost some animals, they don't lost their well-being. Even though there's people that got insurance that can get that, there's a lot of things that can't be replaced that really may have been near and dear to them. Or it's a blessing where you have enough money to where you can be able to make sure that nobody else's houses are being affected for those things. Even though it's materialistic, it's still some people, you don't have a lot of things that you had to build on to get there and end up losing it all. That's still a hurtful situation. But it's like all these changes is taking place because something is about to enter, enter our world that is already here. But there's changes that had to take place for this to be set up, for this to come out the way God and universe seem fit. So these are the things that's taking place. When they're not happy with how we're living right now, oh, trust and believe they'll start annihilating things for you to be able to see you need to get your stuff right. You need to allow yourself to be loving towards one another. Stop always trying to, be hateful towards so many people. There's daggone wars that didn't even have nothing to do with us, but then all these different things are taking place. God is just like shaking his head at us and just, why? It's like, okay, well, why don't I allow stuff to start taking place where they have no other choice but to do what I need them to do? Because there's something that's about to come out that I'm ready for it to come out, but these things are not set up the way I want to. So I'm allowed, different things to be orchestrated for my well-being. And that's how God and the universe is doing. So you have to allow yourself to take care of yourself. There's a lot of things that you may be dealing with and can be hard. I don't know, but universe knows what your situation is. But if you already know, there's many signs that's coming towards you to be able to align yourself. These things are helping you to be able to guide. Even your hard moments are reflecting your strength to you. Those moments that they're telling you to face and make peace with it, because there's so much good that's coming your way that you don't need to worry about what has taken place to bring you on that path of knowing yourself at a deeper level within your spirituality, being able to understand your purpose, why you're here, why you're being guided towards different things in your life, why you need to heal, where these things need to take place, being able to understand and have faith within yourself and have confidence in yourself. You have what it takes to overcome whatever obstacle you're dealing with. They understand if it's somebody that, near and dear passed away, they know that takes time. I had to tell my daughter, when her best friend passed away, through being diabetic and stuff like that. And, being able to have that blessing to be able to communicate with people that passed over. I had to tell her, it's with anybody that, we held dear. When the love is strong, that bond is never going to be broken. Death is not going to disconnect what you have for that person. That love is still going to be there. It only transforms. In that, there's a lot of times, I have to look at, pictures and listen to music, or, watch my dad in concert for me to be able to do that. But it's just a blessing. I can talk to him every day, all day if I want to. And that's very beautiful to me, even though I tell, my family and stuff like that, because it's like all through these times that I'm dealing with so much in my life, still trying to maintain helping people out in the world to be able to understand what's taking place in their life, what to look for, what to uplift their self with, what to acknowledge, what to cut cords with, what to focus on, what to let go of. That takes a lot, on top of the things that I'm dealing with myself. So it's just like I have to be able to practice what I preach and understand what's taking place in my life. I feel very humbled, and I felt very blessed for the things that I'm able to, share with others about the experiences I've endured, things that I'm overcoming. But no corona. It was like I swallowed. It was like I swallowed my spit and went down the wrong way. So, but anyways, we're all going through different things in our life that you really need to allow yourself to seek balance in. When it comes, like I said, when it comes to people that have passed on, because it's just like I haven't really been on social media so much, because it's like so many of my friends are losing their parents, their best friends or their sisters or brothers, and that's too much for me to deal with on top of the things that I'm going through. I'll be there for whoever needs to talk to me. I always tell it's open line of communication. If I can help you out, I can help you out. One time I do not do that is if universe tells me I'm putting them in your life, but only can help them for so much, because there are certain things that had to take full circle that has taken place in your life that I have to allow that wheel to turn for me to be able to assist you. you know so it's just like when you're shielding yourself, allow yourself, if you got sage, be able to burn that on there. Or if you can be able to put like if you have like the magic shop or herbal shops or whatever you call it in your place, get something to where you can spray in your car, to where it can go through you. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to listen to music that's uplifting to you. Allow yourself to not be shook by the that energy that's going around you, being able to pray for yourself and putting that plastic bubble over you. But you have to allow yourself, when you're placing that aura bubble over you, for your protection, for allowing other people's uh energy to invade in yours. You have to allow yourself to see this perfect bubble around you with love, protection, upliftment, but you have to allow that, you have to allow yourself to see that whole, imagine the whole from the top and the bottom. So whatever goes through, you're not blocking it all, as well as your upliftment, your blessings, because like I was telling my daughter yesterday, we all go through different things in life. And then sometimes we don't realize when we're allowing our emotions to get the best of us, being mad, being angry because of the things people have done, the things that's been said towards you or you've been said towards somebody, because there's a lot of times we're in karmic cycles to where these people keep constantly like pressing your buttons, or they constantly keep doing things, you constantly getting disrespected, or they're gaslighting you, or they're pushing certain buttons that they know that can find you to react. But you have to allow yourself to know there's so many different changes that's taking place in you, that the old you is no longer needed. The old you is not even there. If you're allowing yourself to heal, don't think that you're going to heal and be the same person you were before you got awakened. That person don't even exist no more. Even sometimes I even say, there's some people that approach you with that old shit and don't really understand that you're on that new shit. Excuse my language and stuff when I feel my spirit guide, so I apologize, but I gotta say what I gotta say when I say it like that. But you're becoming that new person. You have to be able to allow yourself to align as that new person. So now you have to allow yourself to focus on things that is going to be uplifting to you, not something that's going to guide you into that low level frequency that you surely don't need to be in. Nobody can press your buttons unless you allow them to. A lot of times people come with you with a crazy response, and no response is a response. You don't have to allow yourself, when you're brought a bone, to go ahead and allow them to take that same bone back that they were trying to play you with. And if they want to bring low level frequency to you about gossiping and stuff like that, allow yourself to block and say, hey, that's not even what I'm about now. If it's something funny, but it's not, talking about somebody or whatever, using judgmental, we have a bad habit of doing that. Hell, I've done it a couple of times myself. But you have to allow yourself to let change take place. Don't fight against it. Because when you fight against that mess, a lot of times you don't realize you only making it harder for yourself. Because that's why, like I said, I was telling my daughter, when you're wanting that love to come to you and nurture you, because when she came in here, she brought a whole bunch of spirits with her. I was like, girl, if I didn't have to sage the hell out of my room. And she's like, Mom, what's wrong? You done brought a whole crew with you, and this is heavy. They're trying to help you, but yet you're blocking them out because you're holding on to that negative vibration. And there was a lot of things I was telling her I had to also see within myself. So that was like a blessing for both of us. It was a 2-for-1 special. So to be around a lot of people, even when you're in your home, there's a lot of people that I'm doing like empath counseling, and that's what I call it when I do one-on-one with people. And they're asking me, Roslyn, my partner carries heavy energy. Y'all have to come to a talk, you know, even though they're like, oh, well, Rosalind, I'm told this about this person, but there has to be an understanding throughout that. When you're dealing with somebody, and there's a lot of times, even when I was with my ex, there was a lot of things that was happening within my workplace that I constantly went to vent to him about. But those situations were taking place because it was signs the universe that I no longer needed to be there, because that job was more of an issue and a whole lot of problems than a solution. And my solution was, you need to walk away from what is no longer serving you. you know um when you're clashing with your partner, you have to allow yourself to be open, letting them know, hey, I love you, I want to be able to be with you, you're the person I want to fight for. But we have to come to an understanding. If you need to talk to me, allow me to, just say, hey, I know you've been having a long day or whatever. I need to talk to you about some situations that are going on. And sometimes it could be ongoing, where it's like really dampening your relationship with that person. And that's where the signs come in, that wherever they're at, there's that constantly keep them in a low level place. That's something they need to let go of. But y'all have to have an understanding, have an open line of communication. If this is a relationship for you, and this is a person that you never see your life without, but you have to allow, but they also have to be feeling the same way, put it that way. Because if they're more about take, and they're not giving anything, that's a clear sign that you're not supposed to be with that person. The ship done sailed with that one. But you have to allow yourself to have that open line of communication, saying, hey, allow us to have this time where
voice what our issues were, being supportive towards one another, but also make sure that you have an open line of communication, because if you're just dumping on somebody, you're not understanding or not even taking to heart, they may have some issues they need to talk to you about too, but you have to come to an open understanding about that. So allow yourself to do that, because I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now where they feel out of whack. It's going to happen that way because it's too much. I get sick, or oh gosh, is the world ending? Technically it is, but it's creating a new one. All these things are happening for a reason. God is like that need to know basis type situation. It's like, yeah, work on yourself right now. Remain focused on where you're trying to be, but you need to make sure you handle what needs to be handled, come to terms with what needs to come to terms with, and let go what you need to let go. Cut your cords. Be mindful of the circle you keep. Be mindful of the things that you speak out towards yourself and others, towards the universe, as you're talking amongst yourself or even with other people. And just pay attention to how the change is taking place in your life, because even when you're dealing with heavy situations, you also have to understand, because a lot of times we can get, you can like, I remember this, I remember that, and all of a sudden it start going right on the chain of event. You're being very negative towards yourself and what's taking place in your life, and that's going to keep you all up in your feelings. But you have to also allow yourself to be, you can concentrate on your lack thereof, but then you might be lack thereof, but look at the changes that are taking place around you. Like with my situation, I see so many different changes in my life. That makes me appreciative for me to go ahead and keep making my moves. I ain't gonna bring that up because I don't need nobody jinxing me and blocking me. But there's different changes that are taking place in my life that I can truly appreciate. The people that I don't even deal with that comes in communication with me, I'm not even responding to them the way I used to. Either I'm gonna talk to you or I'm just gonna disconnect. Even when people come to me, and stop and like, hey, Roslynn, how you been? And I'm looking like, there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be hanging with you anymore. But I allow yourself, I keep it real. I just don't, I don't have the same kind of interest. I don't feel like I'm better than that person. But if we're not connecting on that level, and you're still on that level of doing things that I no longer do, I appreciate you from a distance. I have no hate for you, but you're not in level with me the way I do things now. I don't do the things that y'all do anymore. So, and I just keep it real. Or even people that done me wrong. I say, I appreciate you reaching out, but I just don't need you in my life anymore. Just allow myself to say, you already served your purpose. I served my purpose in your life, and you've done the same for me. So it's time for me to just keep moving, and you do the same. And I hope you're the best, and all those different things. But allow yourself to get balance. If you have to listen to, download you music. If you can even, if you got those cars where you can Bluetooth your phone to it, allow yourself to listen to meditative music. If you got one of them jobs where it's hectic, you need to allow yourself to, distance yourself or whatever from things that are heavy. If you see that this job is like where it's constantly coming towards things, that's universe setting you up to let you know it's time for you to leave your job. Because I always tell people, if you don't get that peace of mind until you're off. Or and some people are enjoying this time off right now because they got to deal with the people they're dealing with. But that's also telling you you no longer need to be there. It is ran its course. You should not be somewhere where you feel like you're forcing it. When you feel like you got to force to be there because of the money or the good dental plan or the medical plan, that's not good enough for you to stay there, because it's not going to make you give your all to it if it's something that feels forced. So allow yourself to be seek balance. Allow yourself to listen to music. If you can go out in nature and even take a little walk or something like that, do that. Listen to the music you need to do. Be very proactive in your life to make yourself, in a healthy mind. I love to dance. I love to sing. I love to exercise. Those are the things I'm allowing myself to take place in, to get away from the sadness that, that surrounds me. So, allow yourself to do that. So I hope this, was a good video for you. But, there's a lot of times it doesn't work. People saying, the ways that, I thought of, to uplift me and keep me shielded is not working anymore. And it's just like a lot of times you have raised vibrations, consciousness is raised. So a lot of things you used to do as in healing is just like, when I used to smoke weed just to, take the edge off, or allow the voices to stop, just to stop coming towards me. It was no longer taking effect like it used to. It would take too much just for me to get that little high that I was trying to get to or get towards my higher self. And that was just the universe telling me you can do it on your own without using that as an escape. And anytime that involves something that you run to when you're stressed out, all it is an escape that you're not allowing yourself to come to terms with the things you need to come to terms with. Everything I deal with it soberly. So if I deal with anything, I allow myself to just face it. It's like I can't keep running from these things. There's something that I need to face, something that I need to acknowledge and make peace with myself. You're trying to go somewhere, you're trying to do some things. You have to be able to come to terms with the things that brought you on your path in the first place and keep it real with yourself. Understand that, when even when you're going through certain things and you keep having the same reaction off of it, like especially if you're dating somebody and you haven't healed from the last toxic relationship you're in, and you're wondering why every connection you're having isn't working out for you because you're not allowing yourself to take that grief moment to actually, go within and let yourself have that grief period. Like, hey, I just went through some very toxic stuff. But I don't want to be alone. Those are the times you need to become your own best friend. Because a lot of times the only friend is you and God. A lot of times that has to go through, but you have to allow yourself to take that part within you to heal what is taking place. Allow yourself to let go of that. And because you can't get into a newer relationship that's truly deserving of you if you still have that old package and baggage from years before, because you're going to end up cutting somebody that that didn't even ones that sit up here and gave you those woes and those bad experiences, but those are the things you had to go through for you to be able to balance yourself out with. So I hope you were able to get something out of this video. Allow yourself to seek balance. Allow yourself to listen to meditative music. Do things that uplift you. If you have to be at this workplace at that time, and if you're at a desk, allow yourself to carry, oh, excuse me, y'all, carry your stones. Put your spiritual bracelets on, your spiritual necklaces. If you, I know there's a lot of people that you can go to a herbal store, the store for empaths basically, and you can spray this stuff around you. Get some of those things, spray it into your car, allow that mess to breathe in on your way to work. If you have one of those jobs where they allow you to listen to music while you're working, take that time out. There's so many short, Reiki healing or balancing or alignment. There's ones for like 10 or 15 minutes or even 30. And that, allow yourself to be able to do that. Do things that uplift you, do things that you enjoy, that gives you that happiness that you deserve. Because this is that time you need it more than ever. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Secret Agent 45 Sam, Elise Mead, and Express Divinity. Much love to you as well. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, good to have you. So glad to have you here. Welcome. Drop me a line. Let me know if you resonate. Give me a thumbs up. Share. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Be healthy, be safe. Count your blessings and not your problems, because everything, these bad, the storm is not going to always be here. So hey, allow yourself to learn what you need to learn so you can go where you need to go. So I will see you on my next video. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope whatever you're trying to manifest to come into your life comes 1,000 times more than what you truly asked for, and it comes so much sooner than you expected them to. So I will see you on my next video. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. Um, you never know how far those can really take somebody right now. You can take them a long way. And if you need to get in touch with me, that you don't feel comfortable talking on the tube of you, that you would love to talk to me on a private time, you can always find me on the Book of Faces. Look up under my name, whatever. And then you can just let me know that you connect with me here. You're a part of the Heyoka family. And, whatever we talk about, is private, confidential. You don't have to worry about it going anywhere. And I will help you out the best way I can to break it down towards your spiritual path and the knowledge that you're needing, or I can always send you in the direction that you need to be. So I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace and be wild.